Hi, I'm Harley. It's been a minute since my face has been in a video. I've been putting out video game videos for y'all, and I wanted to just say hi and touch base and let you know what I'm up to. So this is the perfect time to stop in and say hi because the Batman just came out on HBO streaming, and I just sat down over the weekend and watched it with my family, and I wanted to give you my 2 cents on it. It stars Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne and the Batman, Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle and Catwoman, Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon, Colin Farrell, who is almost unrecognizable. He plays the Penguin, and I swear, like, if I didn't know that it was him, I would not have known that it was him, if that makes sense. Like, I knew he was in the movie, so I knew to keep an eye out for him. And it got to it took me till the very end of the movie to be like, oh my God, that's Colin Farrell. He is that unrecognizable. His makeover for this scene or for this movie is just incredible. Paul Dano stars as the Riddler, and then John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. A lot of familiar faces and some that you may not recognize. So overall, I really liked this version of the movie. This Batman universe is much different from the previous iterations of the movie, of the universe. The 90s and the 2000s was very bright, very colorful, very almost cartoony, even though it was live action, and very shot very much like a comic book, which was great for the genre at the time. But this is the darker, grittier Batman that I kind of love. There's a lot more violence. He still is anti-guns, which I think was nice that they held true to. But there's still a lot, he takes it to a level that's not like such a sweet-sided Batman. He's more gritty and raw, and definitely the film is shot almost as like a film noir. The score is beautiful. It's a very simple score to the movie, to the whole thing. Some really great music in there. I think Nirvana is in most of the movie. It's that and Ave Maria are the big two songs of the whole movie, which you'd think don't really go together, but they fit together really well. It's really well done. The story behind the movie is a little bit different. I feel like a lot of the other movies focus on Thomas and Martha die, and that sends Bruce down this like deep dark spiral where he has to seek justice for, the injustice that happened to him. This kind of focuses on a different aspect of that. It's not so much that Thomas and Martha were these wonderful philanthropists that could do no wrong and were unjustly killed. It's sort of a grittier side where maybe Thomas and Martha were not the picture perfect couple and had some skeletons in their closet that led them to being not so much just being mugged on the street, but being targeted. And Bruce kind of having to come to terms with all of this and look into the past and find out, what really brought him to where he is now. So without giving too much away, the Riddler, being that he is the main villain in this movie, there's a lot of twists and turns, and it makes you think maybe more than some people will appreciate, but it definitely it can be a little bit tricky to follow at times. And it's a little bit slower paced at some points. My younger son got a little bored. He's 8. He got a little bored about halfway through because there's some slower moments in the movie, but it ties the movie together really well. Those slower moments are nice breaks from all the fast-paced action, and it focuses not so much on Bruce's like take on everything, but how the city is kind of knit together. It's a really great way to show a multifaceted Gotham City and show how all of these things can tie together. And I think setting up for future movies, knowing that this is just the first, and I believe it's going to be a trilogy if I'm not mistaken, setting up for this, the beginning of this story arc. So there's the story arc of the movie itself, but it's also the beginning of a larger story arc that's coming. And setting all of that up really well and keeping everybody interested and really developing deep relationships throughout the movie, and seeing some characters go and some that you want to come back. Seeing Bruce as more than just the Batman, seeing him as a human being, as a person who has, psychological demons, has, attachment issues and commitment issues. Is seeing him as more than just Batman, seeing him as a person is a nice kind of change. And he's supposed to be the suave playboy, but sometimes he isn't, and that's okay too. So he's more reclusive in this universe of Batman, which is different, I feel like, than most of the other movies that have portrayed this. So anyways, I thought it was pretty good. I give it, my 2 thumbs up. I would say probably 4 to 5 stars. I really wouldn't know what they could have done better, other than maybe condensing it just a touch. It is kind of long-winded in places, but I feel like that ties, like I said, into a much bigger picture. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. And it's a great standalone movie too. So you can, watch it and be happy with where everything wraps up. So, anyways, I'm kind of a hot mess right now. I can't dye my hair anymore. So I've got a lot of white showing through, and it's a medication that I'm on. Ironically enough, it has changed my hair color and also made it so that color does not grip my hair. So my look is going to be changing. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to have to play around with it and see, I guess. It's all new and different, and it is what it is. So I'm just taking one day at a time. I hope you're doing the same. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you take a minute and sit down and watch my video, and then go ahead and sit down and watch the Batman, and let me know what you think below in the comments. Make sure to give this video a like. Always subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe, and I hope to talk to you all again really soon. Bye, guys.